Matt Gaetz' legal troubles just got a little more ominous. Today, a lawyer for former Seminole County tax collector Joel Greenberg says his client was expected to plead guilty to a slew of federal charges in the coming weeks. Greenberg is a close associate of Matt Gaetz, his wingman, in fact. Indeed, the investigation into Gaetz for potential sex trafficking was launched out of the investigation into Greenberg, who, among other charges, has been indicted on a count of sex trafficking an underage girl. Investigators are also looking into whether Gaetz and Greenberg used the internet to search for women they could pay for sex. Greenberg has until May 15th to enter a plea, but it raises the prospect that he could cooperate as a witness against Gaetz. Here's Greenberg's lawyer outside the courthouse today.
Does Matt Gaetz have anything to worry about?
Does Matt Gaetz? That is such a...
when it comes to what happened today in court.
I'm sure Matt Gaetz is not feeling very comfortable today.
Lesson to old Matty boy, there are no friends in politics. Meanwhile, Gaetz, who has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, released a statement today entitled, "Breaking! The women of U.S. Congressman Matt Gaetz' office speak out in defense of Representative Gaetz." The letter reads, quote, "On every occasion, he has treated each and every one of us with respect. Thus, we uniformly reject these allegations as false." Okay, but here's the fun thing. The letter is not actually signed by any specific women, just the women of the office of United States Congressman Matt Gaetz. When pressed by NBC, an aide said on background that there are 8 women in the office and all 8 have signed on to the letter. But the aide did not respond to requests to release the names of those aides who Gaetz' office claimed fully support him in these challenging times. Joining me now, Katie Benner, Justice Department reporter for The New York Times, and Katie Phang, MSNBC legal contributor. The Katies are here for us tonight. So I'm going to start with Katie Benner. Let's talk about this. These two, Mr. Greenberg and Mr. Gaetz, reportedly shared girlfriends, at least one. Gaetz called him his wingman. 3 Greenberg friends told Politico that they personally heard him boast about his 2017 relationship with a then 17-year-old girl they claimed went on to work in pornography. It's pretty seamy. How much trouble does it appear that Mr. Gaetz might be in? Because if Mr. Greenberg talks, he's going to be talking about him.
I think one of the big issues for Mr. Gaetz is whether or not Joel Greenberg gives investigators information about that 17-year-old girl who you mentioned. We've heard allegations that both men had sex with her and that, she was given free hotel. Basically, if you give an underage person anything of value, it is considered child sex trafficking under the law. That comes with a mandatory 10 years in prison. And so to the extent that Mr. Greenberg can give federal investigators information about that piece of the investigation, that would be serious trouble.
And Katie Benner, to stay with you for just a moment, is there any reporting that you have done that comes any closer to finding out who this young girl is?
I think that a lot of reporters are coming closer to understanding her identity and understanding who she is. But I also think that she's really not the focus of the investigation in so many ways. The focus is what was done to her. So I don't know that her identity matters as much to the story.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.